I can tell you what products will not work, not just in 2023, but in 2024 and 2025, and from this point forward. And people are going to hate this, but it's the absolute truth. It's the truth. Consumable products, nutrition, skincare, personal care, consumable products. And here's why. Because that's been the market for the last 20, 30 years. And honestly, the person you're speaking with, if you say, look, this nutritional product will cut 5 years off of your life every 30 days that you take it. And the ingredients, 17 of these ingredients come from Mars, and Martians actually formulated this product and brought it to Earth, and nobody really nobody's supposed to know this. This is top secret. It was government. It was a government top secret that's now been let out. And they had all these products in this warehouse, and now we got exclusive rights to them, and we're making them available for a limited time to people in Utah and Texas only, or whatever. Come up with the wildest story in the world, and see, no matter what science is behind the product, it doesn't matter. People have heard it. We've burnt out the market. We've killed the goose that's laid the golden eggs, and it doesn't matter. People don't want to hear it because they've heard it. They've heard it 10, 12, 15, 20 times from 10, 12, 15, 20 different companies over the last 30 years. So the market is burnt out. And see, I didn't really realize this till a couple years ago. And I heard it early in my career, like early. I heard this quote, and it came from Success Magazine, and the article said, if people want what you're selling, you'll get rich. If people want what you're selling, you'll get rich. And what I had done for the first 10 years of my career is I had promoted products and services that people really needed. They really need it. I knew they needed it. I believed in them. They needed it, but they didn't want it. Which is what 90% of network marketers are doing today. They're promoting products and services that people need, but they don't want. If people want what you're selling, you'll get rich. So I can tell you for sure, traditional network marketing products, forget about it. And people say, well, Dale, what about this company? What about that company? Look, there'll be companies that will have runs. They'll have good runs. Usually it's because they're comp plan driven, not product driven. Okay? There'll be consumable product companies that will have good runs, but usually because they're comp plan driven, not product driven. And they will have good runs, but they'll be short-lived. And we could go back and we could talk about Vima and different companies and what happened and how did that happen. And, you know, you got into the college niche in Vima's case, and, you know, the comp plan and some front end loading or whatever that was going on there. And we can talk about it. We can go back and look at history and we can see it. And, you know, people say, well, Dale, what about this Live Good? Look, I love Ben Glinsky. He's a genius. The dude is a genius. He's a genius. Tell the market what they want to hear. Tell the market what they want to hear. Tell the market what they want to hear. Build fear or loss, major fear or loss in your comp plan. But you have to ask yourself, what's moving the company? Is it the comp plan or the product? Well, we all know the answer to that. Okay, we all know. So what happens in different cases, you know, these people, the founders, the master distributors or whatever, who bring in their people, who bring in their people, who bring in their people, who don't know that many, but then they bring in a few that they know, and they bring in a couple that they know, and then these people know nobody. So it goes all the way up, network marketers tell network marketers tell network marketers who don't know that many people, and then it starts all the way down. And when it gets down here, how do we take the average person that's never been involved in this profession, and how do we help them develop the proper skill sets, mindsets, expectations, time management to get that business brand new? They've never been involved. How do we help them get it launched, get it off the ground, obtain customers, and progress forward? How does that happen? Nobody spends any time on that, because after this plays out, then somebody here says, oh, here's another company over here, and they all start running over here, and all we've been doing for the last 20 years is recruiting each other from deal to deal to deal to deal to deal to deal. That's what's been going on. That's it. So the company, the product that can break out of this niche, that can break out and has the right team cultures, the right systems in place to help develop the next wave of leaders, to get people, to help them get their business launched profitably and quickly, can be the big winner, because there's a huge market out here. Network market's been operating in this little box for 20 years, recruiting each other. So you've got to get outside of the network marketing box, and you've got to get with a product that is not a consumable, you know. And you look at the success that we've had, the biggest successes in our life, and then you look at the market today. The market's changed. There's a new era here. It really is. And people that are just stuck in that consumable product niche will always be stuck there. And for me and a lot of other people, we've realized, you know, we've been looking for a product or a service that can get outside of the network marketing niche, get totally outside the niche, and attract people that have never been involved in the direct sales or the network marketing world. A lot of us have been looking for that since the NSA days, when NSA started with the water and air filtration. Now granted, there was a lot of front end loading going on. I missed it by 2 years. By the time I joined, that company was over. I saw it 2 years earlier. I could have made millions of dollars if I had jumped in when I first saw it, but I didn't. But I did finally get involved 2 years down the road after I saw it, and we did extremely well. I mean, we became national marketing directors in 18 months. We became members of the President's Advisory Council. But what was different, you know, what was different for us is we had a huge team of people that were actually into the marketplace, hooking up those water filters, doing the demonstration, puppy dogging it, leaving it, and selling 2 or 3 filters a week, and making an extra, you know, $150, $200 every single week. So we had stay-at-home moms and dads that worked in factories, and they were making an extra $150, $200 a week cash in their pocket every single week. They didn't really understand that most people out there, all these heavy hitters, are trying to sell these $25,000 and $35,000 water filter packages and put them in people's garage. They didn't understand the front end loading. So at that company, when it was started on its downhill trend, when Jeff Olson left to go to Quorum and people just started abandoning that company, it was like we had the fastest growing organization in the entire company. And one of the vice presidents called me and he said, Dale, what are you guys doing? I said, what do you mean, what are we doing? Well, y'all do great volume. It's consistent. You know, most people do a one-time $5,000 water filter, sell 40 filters, and we never hear from them anymore. I said, we're out there in the market getting this product out there to consumers. Consumers love it. It makes their tea and their coffee taste better, and we're retailing the product like crazy. And he thought, it was like, well, that's a novel idea. Success leaves clues, ladies and gentlemen. It just leaves clues. So it's like, what product is going to get outside of the network marketing box? That's what you need to look for. And I know what it is right now, today. I know what it is. I do. But I don't even want to tell people that may be watching this, and this sounds probably very egotistical, but I don't even want to tell you what it is, because I don't even want to have to, because network marketers are thumb suckers. They're whiny, complainy people that think because their name's been on 15 different distributor applications over the last 7 years that they're entitled to something. They don't know how to work. They've been spoiled rotten. People have been calling them superstars. I talked to somebody a couple months ago. This blew my mind. I said, well, she'd been with this company 3 years, and she said, I'm finally successful. And I said, congratulations, I'm happy for you. And I sincerely was. And I'm thinking, okay, how long has she been full time? You know, she's been able to get full time, get free. That's the purpose of this business, in my opinion. And she said, I'm finally successful. And I said, that's awesome. And I said, well, what's going on? She said, this was the first month that I got my auto ship paid for. Three years. I'm successful. This month, my auto ship is paid for. And it's just, I mean, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? Is that what this industry has become? One that in the mid-90s, Success Magazine talking about network marketing is making millionaires at a record pace. Why? Because we were treating it like a business. Treating it like a business. We were looking for career frustrated people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired, that love the lifestyle potential that the passive income that can be generated in network marketing can provide. And now we've dumbed it down to the point that I've been in 3 years, now my auto ship is free, therefore I'm successful. Give me a break. Give me a break. It just drives me crazy. It really does. It's just sad. It's just sad because the answers are right in front of us, and sometimes it's like that sliding glass door over there is clear, and it's so clear and it's so clean because my wife is that way. I could walk through that door if I'm not careful. Walk right through it, because sometimes things are so clear and so obvious that we miss them. See, the answers to this industry, it's really simple. It's just, that's a pen, you know, it's as simple as looking at that pen. But because we have all this other crap that have been programmed and we've been told that's just not true, that's not valid, then we got all this stuff going on in our head where sometimes we can't see the obvious. Okay, it's obvious. It's obvious. This is obvious. If your distributors are your customer base, you're in the wrong business. Your upside potential is limited. If your distributors are your customers, your upside is very limited. And when you look inside the network marketing box today, that's all you see. The people consuming, you name the product, you name the nutrition company, you name the product. The people consuming the product are part of the distributor base. I've known, many of us have known for years, the company that can get outside of that and have a product that the masses really want is going to be the next big winner. And I know what it is. I know what it is. And it hasn't even launched yet. But I know. And let's just, will this go on YouTube? All right, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to know what the next big winner is, I'll have a link in the description when we're ready to accept members. But please don't contact me if you're looking for the foo-foo dust. I mean, I can show you the product that you need to be involved with, even if you don't get it. I can share with you why. We can give you the systems that will help you launch a successful business. We can help you develop the proper mindsets, develop real confidence, not fluff the confidence, but I mean real confidence. I'm not talking about dancing at the national convention and you think you're great for a weekend confidence. I'm talking about confidence you get up with every day knowing you're going to win. Because you've reprogrammed your mind and you know you're going to win. You eliminate the doubt. You know you're in the right place, right time, right company, right team, right opportunity, and you're going to win. I'm talking about that type of confidence. And if you don't want to develop that, or if that scares you to death, don't click the link in the description. Please don't. But if that speaks to you and you're ready to win, I mean you're really ready to win, and you can put 10 to 15 hours a week into this doing the right thing, and you're teachable, then click the link in the description and I will share with you a product that is going to make a huge impact. And by huge impact, I mean a product line that will build $1 billion company, and it hasn't even launched yet. And well, by the time most people see this, it will have been launched, but it'll be early. It'll still be early, and you'll still have tremendous upside potential. And the reason you'll have so much upside potential is because you will have no competition. Because network marketers know how to sponsor a few, and they sponsor a few, and they sponsor a few, and then it gets here and nobody knows what to do because there's no competition. So you'll have opportunity if you're the right type of person. So click the link and I will reveal to you the most unique long-term product to ever hit this profession. Now, granted, the most unique short-term product, and history will point this out and prove it, but the most unique short-term product to ever hit the profession was when iHub Global introduced the ERC program, and history will bear that out without question. But I'm talking about the most unique long-term product in the history of this profession, a real category creator that can never be duplicated. And I know it sounds like hype, but get the facts for yourself. A wise person investigates what a fool takes for granted. Links in the description.